97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.
Hello and welcome to Politicos on Citi TV. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadu. This week, believe it or not, the Accra mayor is consulting oracles to find out why there are incessant fires around the Kwame Nkrumah Circle area. We'll deconstruct that issue for you. Also, the South African three have vamonos from Ghana. What does that mean to the charges that were leveled against them? Finally, we go to the Atebubu Mountain constituency in the Bono Afo region. We understand the NDC is burning. What is happening? We'll bring it up on Politicos. Okay, so this week there have been a number of fires, two actually. One here in Accra, the Vienna City nightclub, and another at the NDC head office in the Atebubu Mountain constituency. We'll find out why the Atebubu one happened. There's one man who is following that, and another man who followed the Accra one, the Vienna City one. So this happened Thursday night. The place was in flames. The Accra mayor went there the following day, and he said something very interesting. He said he's going to consult spiritualists to find out why the recurrent fire outbreaks. Kojo Ajiman, were you surprised when you heard the mayor say that?
Well, I was a little bit surprised, but then later on I learned that, the June 3 disaster that came in the area, or that happened in the area.
Across the road, actually. From Vienna
it's just opposite the Goy filling station that got burnt. Some Ga chiefs and traditional authority came there to pour libation. The mayor was asked if they are going to also take a spiritual turn to the issue, and he said, well, he cannot rule out that possibility. Then they will also collaborate with some spiritualists to see what really has been causing fire in the area.
So they are going to consult, cults, not cults, but oracles.
A traditionalist, yeah.
They are going to consult oracles to find out what this is all about, so we can find a lasting solution to it. Did he talk about other infrastructural failures?
Well, he was talking about investigations that they, in collaboration with the Ghana National Fire Service and the National Disaster Management Organization, are going to put across to make sure that they find a solution to this problem. But then he also raised a concern that, the Vienna city is an enclosed area with a lot of items that could easily catch fire, alcohol and wooden materials. So he advised that in such institutions where you find those kind of materials, they should really take fire extinguishers and all those materials or items or tools that will fight fire very, very serious.
Very well. So you follow that story. Let's move to the Bono Afo region, where you have also been following that story in the Atebubu Mountain constituency. The NDC is in flames, at least the headquarters there. What is the matter?
Well, last week, the district chief executive, Honorable Samuel Sapon, received a letter from the regional minister asking him to evict his post. And so he was not happy about that, because apparently he allegedly said that the minister, the Bono Afo regional minister, Honorable Ernesto Poku, and the member of parliament for the area, Honorable Sanja Nanja, masterminded his removal from office. So some of his supporters were not happy about this decision, so they decided to take on the regional minister and the MP. So the MP's supporters also clashed with them, leading to the vandalization of the NDC office and also the DC's residence.
So the office has been burnt. The police is involved, isn't it?
Yes. One person has been arrested, and just recently one NPP youth organizer,
the regional youth organizer,
the regional youth, has also been arrested for commenting or for alleging that the police are behind these skirmishes because they are negligent on the case.
Thank you very much, Kojo Ajiman. It's a man who's been following both cases. Thank you very much, Kojo Ajiman. So let's talk about the South African three, the three ex-police officers who were brought in by the New Patriotic Party to help train core security team around their flag bearer and running mate. That is Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. A lot of controversy surrounded them throughout last week into this week. Then they went to court. They were granted bail, but the BNI whisked them away nonetheless. Then we woke up to news that they are on board a South African flight. These are people who are standing trial in Accra. They are on board a South African flight en route to South Africa from Accra. What is the issue? Duke Mensa Opoku, that's a shocking one, rather, because we expected a full haul of the case.
it shocked everybody because on Thursday they were taken to court, being asked to go to the registry so that they could sort of get some sort of a bail, but the BNI flagrantly disregarded the court order and took them in custody. So we're expecting that the court processes would proceed. Looking at the fact that we had a new week, and then Monday morning news breaks that these guys are on board South African Airways flight 210 and they're going back to South Africa. And
this was the responsibility of the Immigration Service. What has been the explanation?
Yeah, so the Immigration Service clarified that Major retired Chris Hassis, Captain retired Denver Dway, and then Captain Joe Kearney, who's also retired, they came into the country with a visa called Form B1, which is actually supposed to guarantee them access to the country to undertake certain limited business courses, business activities, but that excluded the kind of business activity which they were involved in, which means that they had concealed their motive according to the Immigration Service for which they originally applied for the visas. So the Director of Immigration just revoked their visas and they were back.
They also told us, the Immigration Service, that there were inconsistencies in the information they gave to the BNI, to the immigration when they were filling their forms and so on. What are some of these inconsistencies?
For instance, there were issues about they coming here on the orders of Magdan shipping, Magdan Securities, yes, Magdan Securities. At the time, we heard that they were brought in by Captain Koda, who was the who is the head of the private security detail of Nanado. Again, there were even issues going around that it was Delta Force, led by Captain Aqua, who brought them into the country.
But none of these were true. The truth is rather that it's Magdan that did the invitation for two, and Dankwa Institute's Atubra Kweku.
Yes, Nana Atubra Kweku is executive director.
He invited one other person. So what happens to Captain Koda? He was also supposed to be in custody.
Yeah, so he was freed, then he was rearrested, and then over the weekend we heard that over last weekend we heard that his health was going bad. So on health grounds he was released.
The Attorney General has been speaking about the charges against the three. What is happening to that?
The Attorney General has decided to discontinue the case. So it dies a natural death, and then that's it. And that will end one of the latest chapters of political controversy in our charged election year political atmosphere.
Indeed. Thank you very much. Duke Mensah Opoku is a man following the South African three, or SA3 as they are referred to. Now they have since vamonos from Ghana. But that's how we end today's edition of Politicos on Citi TV. Do catch us next week for analysis, visual analysis that is, of the top stories of the week. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadu. Have a pleasant weekend.